Imagine a family legacy that seems to craft wealth as effortlessly as a master artist creates a masterpiece. It's a true phenomenon when a family name becomes synonymous with opulence, power, and prosperity, so much so that it seems to generate its own prosperity, constantly expanding and multiplying. This is the essence of the Trump dynasty, a name that has shone so brightly across the world's landscape of luxury and enterprise that it often blinds even the most sophisticated and wealthiest individuals. From gold-plated elevators that scream luxury to their private jets soaring through the skies and a golf empire that spans continents, the Trump world radiates an aura of wealth so intense that it almost becomes a force of its own. Today on this channel dedicated to the affluent and world's richest, we will delve deep into the true value of the Trump name, exploring how a brand can be so skillfully built that it sells not merely square footage or tangible assets, but an intangible yet highly coveted sense of status and prestige. We will analyze the simple but effective tax rules that keep the wealth circulating, fueling new skyscrapers, upgrades, and lucrative deals. Along the way, we will trace Donald Trump's remarkable journey, from his father Fred's humble beginnings as a developer to his own rise to fame, intertwined with stories about his daughter's billion-dollar investments and his son Eric's ventures into international expansion. Step by step, you will see how this extraordinary machine called the Trump dynasty operates with relentless precision and unwavering confidence. Welcome to the ultimate guide to the world of the wealthiest. Let's begin by examining the staggering family fortune. According to Forbes, the net worth of President Donald Trump is estimated at approximately $7.5 billion, a figure that underscores his rise from modest beginnings to global prominence. When considering the entire family's collective wealth, estimates suggest that their combined assets may exceed $8.6 billion, illustrating the scale of their financial empire. The Trumps, with their undeniable fondness for luxury, own a sprawling real estate empire that includes iconic properties and developments, a fleet of private jets that constantly ferry them across the globe, and a wardrobe capable of making fashion enthusiasts envious. From his earliest years, Donald was immersed in a world of construction sites, negotiations, and deals, an environment that shaped his outlook and ambitions from the very beginning. He was always by his father Fred's side, following him around like a devoted, stubborn duckling, absorbing every detail of the business as if he were learning firsthand from a master. Fred Trump, a man known for his strict discipline and demanding nature, carefully instilled in his children a sense of discipline, hard work, and relentless ambition. With the precision of an expert instructor, he taught them to value effort and perseverance. When Donald was just 13 years old, he was sent to the New York Military Academy, where he proved himself a bright student and an athletic leader, ascending to the rank of captain. There he learned the importance of discipline and presentation, polished boots, a commanding voice, and carried these lessons into his future business endeavors. In his early career, Donald quickly established a reputation for his knack for deals and his instinct for spotting opportunities. His natural entrepreneurial talent became evident early on when he started working with Elizabeth Trump's son, the family's real estate company. As a young man, he demonstrated a sharp instinct for business and a bold approach that set him apart. By 1971, Donald had taken control of the firm and officially renamed it the Trump Organization. His focus shifted sharply toward high-profile projects in Manhattan, and he approached each venture with a kind of determination and purpose that resembled a rocket igniting with fiery intent. One of his first major successes was transforming the legendary Commodore Hotel into the luxurious Grand Hyatt, a project that showcased his masterful negotiations and strategic finesse. Trump brilliantly negotiated significant tax benefits and funding from the Hyatt chain, turning what could have been a routine transaction into a high-stakes game of poker, where every move was calculated for maximum gain. This bold risk paid off handsomely. The project succeeded spectacularly, launching him into the glowing orbit of New York's elite real estate circles. Fred Trump's influence was palpable, as obvious as a neon sign blazing in Times Square. The financial resources and experience Fred had accumulated became a vital springboard for Donald, equipping him with knowledge and capital to navigate complex financial waters. He tromped along his father's path with tenacity, often stepping on toes or making bold moves that he hoped would carry him even higher. But Donald's ambitions did not stop at the borders of New York. His love for drama and spectacle drew him to Atlantic City, where the thrill of casino gambling and the promise of enormous profits beckoned. In 1984, he opened the doors to the Trump Plaza Hotel and Casino, marking his entry into the world of entertainment and gaming. Soon after, he launched the Taj Mahal Casino Resort, calling it the eighth wonder of the world, an assertion that was neither modest nor understated. With its grandeur and ostentation, the Taj Mahal quickly earned international fame as a symbol of extravagance and ambition. This casino became a quintessential example of Trump's penchant for grandeur, filling the Atlantic City skyline with symbols of opulence and excess. Each venture, each project, reflected his relentless desire to push boundaries and create landmarks that would cement his reputation as a master dealmaker and showman on a global scale. This entire narrative unfolds as a series of ventures akin to playing a game of blackjack with Monopoly money, an unpredictable sequence marked by frequent bankruptcies and a continuous stream of financial troubles that seem to define the familial household. It is a story that reflects the often tumultuous and turbulent nature of managing vast business interests, especially when compounded with the high-stakes environment of a well-known family. The figure at the center of this story is Ivanka Trump, a woman whose life has been intricately woven around business, personal style, and the development of her own brand. Ivanka inherited her father's seemingly relentless ambition, yet she managed to refine and perfect it to a degree that exuded a sense of sophistication and flawlessness. Alongside her, her husband Jared Kushner became a key partner, and together they amassed an estimated net worth approaching $1.1 billion, a sum that quite often leaves observers impressed by the scale of their financial success. Born on the 30th of October, in a year that remains unspecified, Ivanka's childhood was a blend of luxurious surroundings and an early crash course in the practical instincts required for succeeding in the business world. Her father, a developer, provided her with insights into real estate and construction, while her mother, a former model, infused her with a sense of glamour and resilience that would shape her future endeavors. After completing her studies at the renowned Wharton School of the University of Pennsylvania in 2004, Ivanka took her first official steps into the world of business by joining the Trump Organization, where she was appointed as the executive vice president responsible for development and acquisitions. Demonstrating her capability early on, she made her mark through involvement in several high-profile and ambitious projects, including the iconic Trump International Hotel Tower located in Chicago. The lobby of this skyscraper shimmered so brightly with dazzling decor that it seemed as if the glitter was more abundant than the gold traditionally associated with Leprechaun's pots of treasure. By 2007, Ivanka realized that simply constructing towering buildings was no longer enough to satisfy her entrepreneurial spirit. She decided to step out into the fashion and jewelry industry, launching her own line under the brand name Ivanka Trump Jewelry. The jewelry designs were crafted with such a flair for extravagance that they sometimes created a sense of awkwardness, even for the mannequins displaying them, who appeared somewhat overwhelmed by their own opulence. The success of her jewelry venture served as a launchpad for a broader fashion empire, which included clothing lines, shoes, handbags, and various accessories. Each piece from her collections was designed to evoke confidence and sophistication, and many of her items eventually found their place on the shelves of major department stores across the country, making her name a recognizable and respected brand in retail. Despite the twists and upheavals that marked her father's tenure as President of the United States, often likened to a reality TV show with numerous dramatic turns, Ivanka's brand demonstrated remarkable resilience. While navigating the tumult of her father's political career, her business interests remained steady and her ventures continued to generate income. The fashion empire she cultivated maintained momentum until the year 2018, when she made the strategic decision to shut down that segment of her business to dedicate her energy entirely to her political and social agenda. Yet her entrance into that world of public service and policy was far from subtle. She arrived with a splash, making a significant impact that underscored her determination and readiness to step into a new arena of influence. Parallel to Ivanka's rise, the story of Tiffany Trump unfolds, a quieter yet equally intriguing narrative of steady growth within the family's sphere of influence. Often regarded as the most unobtrusive of Donald Trump's children, Tiffany nonetheless chose her own path and carved out her own space within this complex mosaic. Her career has been characterized by a variety of pursuits, spanning different fields and demonstrating her adaptability and capacity to manage diverse interests and ambitions. Her entrepreneurial activity, although not as high profile as her sisters, has undeniably added substantial weight to her overall wealth. In 2011, Tiffany dabbled in the world of music, attempting her hand at pop stardom with a single titled Like Bird. While her debut did not storm the music charts or achieve widespread commercial success, it marked a bold and unconventional step outside the traditional family role. Later, her cameo appearance on a reality television show lent her a fleeting taste of fame in the entertainment industry, proving her ability to handle the spotlight and the often chaotic realm of celebrity life, even amidst the complexities of the Trump brand's notoriety. Unexpectedly, she shifted her focus toward the field of law. Tiffany graduated from Georgetown University Law Center in the year 2020, marking a new chapter in her multifaceted career. Her discussions about her legal work are somewhat guarded. She speaks of her legal pursuits sparingly, as if keeping a close hold on a well-guarded secret. Nonetheless, her education has opened doors to prestigious and well-paid positions, ranging from top-tier law firms to in-house corporate legal departments, thereby significantly increasing her professional influence and financial stability. On social media, Tiffany has built a substantial following, numbering in the hundreds of thousands on platforms like Instagram. Her content, ranging from travel and fashion to a glamorous lifestyle, draws a steady stream of followers who aspire to her elegance and taste. This digital presence attracts numerous advertising deals, sponsorships, and brand collaborations, turning her online popularity into concrete financial gains. Her likes and followers directly translate into lucrative contracts and promotional opportunities, making her a notable figure in both the digital and social spheres. Beyond her professional endeavors, Tiffany also dedicates considerable effort to charitable causes, supporting initiatives focused on education, children's welfare, and various philanthropic projects. This commitment not only enhances her public image as a socially responsible individual, but also fosters collaborations with foundations and companies that prioritize giving back to the community. Such endeavors underscore her desire to use her influence for positive change and to establish a meaningful legacy beyond her personal wealth and career pursuits. This narrative opens with a fascinating glimpse into the life of Michael Bullis, a prominent figure known as the heir to a vast Nigerian business empire. Their relationship, starting to take shape in January of the year 2021, immediately drew attention from the media and the public alike, igniting widespread speculation about the combined wealth and social standing of these two individuals. This story, which could be considered a kind of chapter in the ongoing saga titled The Lives of the Rich and Famous, was featured in a popular episode of a well-known reality series that delves into the lifestyles of affluent celebrities. The woman involved in this union was estimated to possess a personal fortune reaching approximately 10 million United States dollars, a significant sum by any measure. Yet this impressive figure was not solely the result of inherited wealth. Instead, it was accumulated through a combination of inherited assets, notable personal achievements, and a calculated, savvy approach to work with the public and media. Her path might have been understated, perhaps modest compared to more flamboyant counterparts, but it was undeniably driven by a desire to succeed and carve out her own niche. Her journey, much like that of the renowned Trump family, is one marked by ambition, a sense of adventure, and at times a touch of the reality TV allure that captivates audiences worldwide. Speaking of the Trump family, a significant chapter in their ongoing story involves Eric Trump, the son of Donald Trump, who has taken on an important role in the ongoing development and expansion of the family's business empire. Eric Trump's efforts have notably resulted in the substantial growth of the Trump Organization, transforming it into an even more formidable entity within the global business landscape. Among his earliest major projects was the construction of the Trump International Hotel and Tower in Chicago, a towering skyscraper soaring 92 stories into the sky. This building stands as one of the tallest in the United States and has become a symbol of modern luxury and architectural excellence in the country. In overseeing this project, Eric played a crucial role, working closely with architects, construction crews, and city officials to ensure its completion and successful opening. When the hotel was officially opened in 2008, it garnered immediate recognition for its luxurious amenities and impeccable standards, quickly establishing itself as a benchmark of opulence in the hospitality industry and exemplifying the high standards associated with the Trump name. But Eric's ambitions did not stop at a single building. Under his leadership, the portfolio of the Trump Organization expanded to include an extensive network of luxury hotels and resorts spread across the globe. Among these, a special pride of the family has always been the Trump International Hotel, located in the heart of Washington, D.C. This historic building, in close proximity to the White House, was expertly restored and transformed into a luxurious hotel, a process that required meticulous and painstaking renovation work completed in the year 2016. The effort was rewarded as the building swiftly became a favorite destination for distinguished guests and high-profile event organizers seeking an exclusive and refined environment. Beyond the realm of real estate and hospitality, Eric has also made a significant impact on the world of golf. The Trump Organization manages several prestigious golf courses and venues around the world, including the Trump National Golf Links in Miami, the Trump Turnberry in Scotland, and the Trump International Golf Links in Ireland. Eric's personal passion for the game of golf, combined with his sharp business sense, has elevated these facilities to new heights, attracting golf enthusiasts from all corners of the globe and establishing them as premier destinations for both leisure and high-profile tournaments. However, Eric's influence within the organization extends well beyond the operational side. He actively participates in strategic decision-making processes, working hand-in-hand with his brother Donald Trump Jr. and his sister Ivanka Trump. Together, the siblings are entrusted with managing an eclectic and diversified range of assets, always seeking new opportunities for growth and expansion across different markets worldwide. In recent years, one of the most actively discussed and scrutinized directions for the Trump Organization has been its international expansion, particularly into the affluent and rapidly developing countries of the Persian Gulf. Eric Trump has played a pivotal role here, negotiating high-profile deals with developers and partners in the United Arab Emirates and Saudi Arabia. These dealings have significantly extended the organization's global footprint, allowing the Trump brand to establish a presence in new and lucrative markets. But they have also stirred debates regarding potential conflicts of interest, especially amid the political career of Donald Trump. Critics have voiced concerns that such overseas involvement might influence or sway United States foreign policy, suggesting that the interests of the Trump family's business ventures could intersect with national political considerations. To these accusations, Eric Trump has responded with unwavering clarity and confidence, emphasizing that all transactions are conducted transparently and within the bounds of the law. His consistent stance has been that the organization's endeavors are always aimed at maintaining integrity and upholding the reputation of the Trump brand, luxurious, uncompromising, and resolutely dedicated to excellence. Turning to the family's other prominent figure, Melania Trump's story is equally remarkable, moving from the world of fashion and modeling into the realm of entrepreneurship and public service. Her journey began on the catwalks of Europe, where she gained considerable acclaim as a model, and then evolved into a significant role in the United States, culminating in her position as the First Lady. Her contributions have not only added a touch of glamour and elegance to her family's public image, but have also involved her in various philanthropic and social initiatives. Over the years, Melania Trump has managed to substantially increase the family's wealth and influence, proving her ability to navigate complex social and political landscapes with grace and determination. Her transition from a Slavic model to one of the most recognizable figures in American political life embodies a narrative filled with vibrant and often ironic contrasts, remarkable for a story that has unfolded amidst the glare of media scrutiny and national attention. Following a highly successful career that took her across the landscapes of Europe, in the bustling streets of New York City, Melania made a significant decision to change the course of her professional life. Instead of continuing along the path of runway glamour and modeling fame, she chose to venture into the world of business and entrepreneurship, embracing a new role with the same grace and confidence that she had exhibited when featured on the glossy covers of top fashion magazines. Her transition was smooth and poised, reflecting her innate elegance and determination to succeed beyond her initial stint in the fashion industry. In the year 2005, Melania's life took a momentous turn with her wedding, which was nothing short of a grand celebration befitting her elevated social status. Her union with Donald Trump was styled as an opulent affair, attended by an array of distinguished guests whose presence underscored the event's significance. The grandeur of the ceremony and the prestige associated with the guest list made it abundantly clear that Melania had officially entered the realm of high society, mingling among the elite and influential circles of the world. This marriage marked more than just a union of two individuals. It was an alliance that cemented her position among the social and business elite. The following year, in 2006, Melania and Donald Trump welcomed a son, whom they named Barron William Trump. His arrival brought additional joy and completeness to their family life, adding a new chapter to her story. Despite stepping away from the modeling runway for a time, she did not allow her career aspirations to wane or diminish. On the contrary, her hiatus from the fashion world was merely a pause, during which she channeled her energy, creativity, and ambition into developing her own entrepreneurial ventures. Her focus was clear: to build a name and success on her own terms, beyond the confines of her previous identity. By the year 2010, Melania had already established herself as a formidable businesswoman. She launched her own line of luxury accessories called QVC Melania Timepieces Jewelry. These watches were designed to combine elegance with affordability, with prices ranging from $30 to $200. Her motto was accessible luxury, a concept that quickly resonated with consumers eager for stylish products at reasonable prices. This venture proved to be a smart move, as it rapidly found its market niche and garnered a loyal customer base eager to acquire her creations. Building on her momentum, in 2013, she expanded her beauty and skincare repertoire by introducing the Melania CVR Complex C6 line. This collection focused heavily on anti-aging properties, promising a rejuvenating experience coupled with a luxurious feel suitable for those seeking effective skincare solutions. Her ability to identify market trends and meet the desires of her audience became a hallmark of her success. The secret to her achievement was her innate sense of fashion, her keen insight into customer preferences, and, undoubtedly, the enduring magnetism and influence of the Trump name, which lent her a certain prestige and recognition. Although Melania no longer maintains direct ties with the brands she launched or the business ventures directly associated with the Trump name, her contributions and influence have significantly enriched her personal fortune. According to estimates by Celebrity Networks, her current net worth is approximately $50 million, a testament to her successful transition from a top-tier model and a high-profile wife to a self-reliant entrepreneur and businesswoman. This evolution in her career image, moving from being predominantly known as a runway model or a socialite married to a prominent businessman, has firmly established her as an independent figure with her own set of accomplishments and authority. Her ambitions did not stop at national borders. As her businesses flourished and her personal brand grew stronger, her sights turned towards the international arena. She envisioned expanding her empire globally, and her plans materialized through strategic developments and investments in prestigious locations across the world. The Trump Organization became involved in acquiring and developing a range of real estate projects, hotels, luxury residential complexes, and world-class golf courses in various cosmopolitan cities and scenic regions. These endeavors not only elevated her company's footprint on the global map, but also reinforced the iconic presence of the Trump name in international markets. On the new territories, the familiar Trump logo, large, bold, and instantly recognizable, began to adorn prominent sites, symbolizing her expanding influence and ambitions. Her ventures into the world of golf represent a particularly interesting chapter in her multifaceted business journey. The story of her involvement with golf begins in the early 1990s, a period when Donald Trump made a strategic move by purchasing the Trump International Golf Club, located in West Palm Beach, Florida. This location, previously a landfill, was transformed by Donald Trump and his team into a paradise for golf enthusiasts. After a grueling 9-year development period, the project culminated in a stunning golf course designed by architect Jim Fazio. The course was quickly recognized for its challenging layout and scenic beauty, rapidly gaining fame among both amateurs and professionals who found its test to be generous and demanding the highest skill levels. Fast forward to 2002, what can be considered a defining milestone in this saga, the purchase of the Dole Resort Spa in Miami, home of the legendary Blue Monster Golf Course. Donald Trump invested over $200 million into contemporary renovations and upgrades to restore this iconic course into a state-of-the-art facility. The Blue Monster, a term that conjures images of fierce difficulty, with water hazards that challenge even the most seasoned professionals, and a rough so tough that only the most skilled dare to approach, remained a formidable challenge for players. Despite extensive improvements, the course retained its fearsome reputation, offering a relentless but thrilling experience for golfers seeking to test their limits. In 2004, the focus extended to the west coast of the United States. The Ocean Trails Club in Rancho Palos Verdes was transformed into what became known as the Trump National Golf Club Los Angeles. Its breathtaking panoramic views of the Pacific Ocean made it a magnet for Hollywood celebrities, executives, and golf aficionados alike. The club's strategic upgrades and luxurious facilities positioned it among the top-tier golf destinations, cementing the Trump brand's reputation in the competitive world of elite sports and leisure. Turning his attention across the Atlantic, Donald Trump's ambitions led him to Scotland in 2006. Here he acquired an estate on the north coast of the North Sea, in the region of Aberdeenshire renowned for its rugged beauty and challenging courses. Despite some conflicts with local residents and environmentalists who sought to protect the pristine landscape, Trump pressed on with his plans. In 2012, his efforts culminated in the opening of the Trump International Golf Links Scotland. Designed by architect Dr. Martin Hawtrey, this course combined natural beauty with a merciless challenge that pleased and frustrated golfers in equal measure, quickly gaining a reputation for its difficulty and ecological sensitivity. Further expansion occurred in 2014 with the addition of the Turnberry Resort, an iconic landmark reconstructed by Martin Eber. The renovation of the famed Ailsa course was met with both admiration and controversy, with critics praising its transformation and supporters questioning the environmental impact. That same year, the acquisition of a property in Ireland marked another milestone, as it became the Trump International Golf Links Hotel Dunbeath, further extending the reach of Trump's golf empire into the European landscape. Throughout this period, the Trump brand's presence on the global golf scene continued to grow, embodying a blend of luxury, challenge, and prestige that appealed to an international clientele. Each new project reflected a meticulous attention to detail, a desire to create world-class golfing experiences, and an unwavering commitment to expanding the Trump name's international influence. The story of Donald Trump's golf ventures is not merely about leisure, but about transforming neglected or underdeveloped landscapes into premier destinations that attract high-profile visitors, support local economies, and reinforce the global reach of his enterprise empire. The coastline, characterized by its intricate and diverse terrain, has been increasingly drawing attention and fascination from a global audience eager to explore its many natural and man-made attractions. Over recent years, this stretch of land has become not only a scenic marvel, but also a prime location for luxurious development and exclusive leisure pursuits. In the United States, notable activity related to this trend can be traced back to the year 2009, when the Lowe's Island Club, situated in the state of Virginia, hosted operations that contributed to this flourishing interest. The following year, in 2010, a new exclusive venue arose in New Jersey, known as Pine Hill, further expanding the region's allure and providing sophisticated recreational options for its visitors. Back in 2002, a remarkable golf club was established in Briarcliff Manor, which would later be rebranded as the Trump International Golf Club Westchester, marking a significant milestone in the development of luxury sports and leisure facilities within the United States. This was only the beginning of a broader expansion, as by 2015, the Trump Golf Links at Ferry Point opened its doors in the Bronx, offering picturesque views of the city skyline while serving as a premium destination for golf enthusiasts and high-end clientele alike. Beyond the realm of golf, the Trump brand extended its reach into the hospitality industry with lavish hotels and residential complexes located in prestigious cities around the world, such as Vancouver, Toronto, and Panama City. These luxurious accommodations cater to a clientele with refined tastes and a desire for exclusivity, offering top-tier amenities and prime locations. Furthermore, the Trump brand's residential projects and real estate developments have spanned across continents, including cities such as Istanbul, Manila, and Mumbai. These projects often feature the iconic Trump Towers, characterized by their dramatic double-height structures that incorporate spacious apartments, commercial office spaces, and upscale shopping galleries, forming striking silhouettes that have become recognizable features within the skylines of these bustling metropolises. Each of these endeavors underscores the company's strategic focus on creating high-end, multifunctional complexes that appeal to elite clientele seeking both luxury and prestige. Among the most emblematic landmarks tied to the Trump legacy is the Mar-a-Lago estate, which instinctively became a symbol of status and wealth. In the year 1985, Donald Trump set his sights on the property as a prestigious icon capable of elevating his personal brand. Initially, the asking price for Mar-a-Lago was an ambitious $28 million, reflecting the estate's grandeur and potential. However, due to a broader cooling of the real estate market at that time, negotiations resulted in a significantly lower final sale price of $5 million, complemented by an additional $3 million paid for valuable antiques and historically significant furniture from Weatherpost. Since 1995, this lavish mansion has been transformed into a private club, serving as a hub for the elite and offering a glimpse into the luxurious lifestyle associated with the Trump brand. The transformation of Mar-a-Lago was a monumental undertaking. The reconstruction was extensive and opulent. The estate boasts approximately 20,000 square feet of ballroom space, with lavish embellishments such as $7 million worth of gold leaf applied in abundant decorative details throughout. Everywhere within the property, gold plating can be found, even in fixtures such as faucets, which alone cost around $100,000, exemplifying the estate's dedication to ultimate luxury and exclusivity. The appeal to affluent clients was intense, with a membership entry fee set at $100,000 and annual dues amounting to roughly $114,000. After Donald Trump's victory in the presidential election, these fees were doubled, reaching an extraordinary $200,000, further cementing the notion that membership in this private club was not merely about leisure, but had become a powerful status symbol. Turning to Donald Trump's broader business strategies, one can trace their origins back to the 1980s, a period marked by the rise of licensing as an essential revenue-generating mechanism. While the world grappled with political unrest and the widespread wearing of balaclavas, Trump was busy constructing towering skyscrapers and meticulously refining his core skill, transforming his own name into a valuable and recognizable brand asset. His eponymous flagship, Trump Tower, exemplifies this approach, a glittering monument of modern architecture featuring an atrium, extensive use of glass, metal, and gold accents, all designed to create a sense of opulence and grandeur. This building not only served as an office and residential complex, but also proved that a family name could generate significant income beyond traditional real estate sales. This success in branding and architectural showcase was Donald Trump's first major departure from conventional property development into the realm of profitability through name recognition. A vivid example of this shift was his attempt to bring a casino to Atlantic City called Trump Plaza, banking on the belief that his powerful branding would attract guests and gamblers alike. The strategy paid off, as the Trump name indeed drew visitors, confirming the potential of associating a formidable personal brand with entertainment venues. Subsequently, the Trump empire expanded into diverse ventures, often experimenting with new ideas to leverage his brand's visibility. One such venture was the Trump Shuttle Airline, which was acquired from Eastern Airlines and rebuilt under the Trump banner, promising a luxurious flying experience comparable to the prestige associated with Trump Tower. Although this airline was sold by 1992, the venture served as an important lesson in the power of branding and demonstrated the potential to extend the Trump name across an array of product categories and services. By the early 1990s, the Trump enterprise shifted focus toward active licensing as a primary income stream. This strategic pivot was driven by the need to generate new cash flows and capitalize on the brand's growing recognition. A prime example of this licensing approach is the Trump International Hotel Tower in New York City, which bears the Trump name and standards without requiring full ownership or direct investment from Trump himself. Instead, the building benefits from the branding, reputation, and image capital that come with the Trump name, translating into a lucrative licensing arrangement that enhances the company's overall profitability. Throughout the 2000s and the subsequent decade, the Trump brand continued to expand its range of licensed products and objects, transforming from buildings into a cultural phenomenon. The launch of Trump Home in 2007 marked a clear effort to penetrate the furniture and decor market with high-quality, branded luxury items. One notable product line was Trump Water, a bottled water brand introduced in 2004, which symbolized the aspirational lifestyle the Trump brand stood for. These ventures demonstrated how the brand could work synergistically with products, elevating their market appeal and reinforcing its association with sophistication and exclusivity. This strategic approach was not solely about diversification, but also about ensuring continuous cash flow. The brand leveraged its image to promote a broad spectrum of licensed goods, ranging from fashion to home furnishings, thus turning recognition into revenue. In disguise, these efforts reflected Donald Trump's personal advice on how to optimize wealth and minimize taxes, a common concern for business magnates seeking to leave a greater portion of their earnings intact and invest more heavily in new properties, renovations, and lucrative deals. The overarching principle remained consistent, carefully managing legal and financial strategies to preserve capital, enhance income, and sustain the growth of the Trump empire for the future. Depreciation is often misunderstood, yet it plays a vital role in financial management and tax strategy. But what exactly is depreciation? At its core, it is a mechanism permitted by the government that allows business owners and property holders to allocate the cost of a building over its useful lifespan. Think of it as the process of acknowledging that a structure gradually ages and experiences wear and tear. Instead of recognizing the entire expense at once when purchasing a property, the owner spreads this cost out over several years, reflecting the asset's diminishing value as time progresses. The primary purpose of this practice is quite pragmatic. By systematically reducing the reported profit through depreciation, one can significantly lower the amount of taxable income for each fiscal year. This means paying less in taxes, thus freeing up more capital for reinvestment or new projects. Imagine acquiring a building at a substantial expense, perhaps a commercial property or an office space. Initially, the purchase incurs a notable financial outlay, but rather than facing high taxable income in that initial year, the owner begins to recognize a fraction of the building's cost annually as an expense. Over time, as depreciation accumulates, the reported profit decreases correspondingly. It's important to understand that, in reality, the tangible value of the property might increase or remain stable. For instance, the building could become more attractive, more luxurious, or more valuable due to renovation or market conditions. Yet in the official financial reports, a portion of that value appears to be lost because of depreciation, which translates into a lower taxable base. This strategy effectively results in reduced taxes payable, more cash remains in the business or investor's hands, enabling the pursuit of additional investments, expansion, or upgrades. Beyond depreciation, there is another significant tool in the realm of tax benefits. Loans arranged specifically for the renovation and preservation of historic buildings. Instead of demolishing aging structures, some developers choose to restore them meticulously, aiming to maintain the cultural and architectural fabric of the city. The government incentivizes such actions by offering considerable tax reductions to those who undertake these preservation efforts. The underlying aim is clear: to encourage the conservation of historical sites, to uphold the city's heritage, and at the same time, to reduce the financial burden on the developer. A typical example is when a company acquires a dilapidated hotel, invests in restoring facades and interiors with great care and attention to detail, and as a result, qualifies for a substantial tax discount. This approach benefits the city aesthetically and culturally, enhances the urban landscape, and simultaneously provides a significant financial advantage for the company involved. It's a win-win scenario, preserving the beauty of historical architecture while easing the financial load on the investor. Another powerful tactic involves the exchange of properties, known as a like-for-like exchange, or more technically, a 51-31 exchange. This arrangement allows for the deferral of taxes on profits generated from a property sale. Instead of immediately paying income taxes on the gains, the investor can reinvest the proceeds into a different property, say, trading a residential house for a commercial tower, and defer the tax liability to a later date. The essence of this practice is to keep the capital working without interruption. The funds stay within the business or investment portfolio, promoting growth and expansion, while the tax bill is postponed. The profit, which would have been taxed right away, remains in play, compounding over time, until the investor chooses to conclude the exchange and realize the gains fully. The underlying principle connecting all these strategies is quite straightforward. When one properly accounts for depreciation, invests in restoring valuable historic properties, secures favorable loans, or structures exchanges that defer taxes, it is not about hiding money or avoiding responsibilities. Instead, it's about working with the system intelligently and efficiently. By doing so, excess tax payments don't simply vanish into nothingness, they circulate back into the economy. These funds are then reinvested into new development projects, such as building sleek skyscrapers, luxurious apartments, or undertaking significant upgrades to existing properties. This cycle of strategic tax planning and investment fosters a robust, expanding real estate market and results in capital not just remaining static, but growing rapidly. In essence, capital isn't merely held passively, it actively increases in value, fueling ongoing growth, development, and innovation within urban landscapes. The approaches of depreciation, historic preservation loans, and property exchanges are powerful tools, if used wisely, that empower investors and developers to optimize their financial positions without crossing legal boundaries. They enable the formation of a dynamic, self-sustaining cycle of reinvestment and expansion, ensuring wealth accumulates, flows back into the market, and fuels future endeavors. Whether it's a towering office building, a restored heritage site, or a strategic property swap, these methods exemplify a smart, responsible approach to capital management in today's sophisticated commercial and real estate environments. This understanding and strategic application of tax tools and financial practices create a thriving economic ecosystem. Capital isn't merely maintained, it is multiplied steadily, predictably, and efficiently, driving the growth of the real estate sector, funding new ventures, and elevating urban landscapes to new heights. Recognizing and leveraging these strategies is key for anyone aiming to maximize their investment potential and ensure long-term success in an increasingly competitive market. If you found this discussion insightful, you might also be interested in exploring previous analyses and stories about notable figures who have navigated the heights of financial achievement, such as Donald, Melania, and Barron Trump. Their journeys exemplify the pathways of ascent within the realm of wealth and influence. Additionally, our channel offers a wealth of episodes detailing remarkable stories of the richest individuals, their strategies, and successes. Thank you very much for engaging with this exploration.